life took a different turn. While traveling with his wife in Europe in June 1985, Howard Storm suffered a sudden rip in his small intestine. Stomach acid and intestinal fluids oozed through the split.
A perforated duodenal ulcer is very, very serious. If no treatment is done, especially for 10 hours or longer, then there has to be an 80–90% fatality rate.
No surgeons were available. 10 hours passed. As Storm lay in the hospital, his vital signs grew faint. He drifted into unconsciousness, or perhaps beyond. Storm says that he suddenly found himself standing next to a hospital bed.
And I bent over the bed and looked at the face of the person who was in the bed, and it looked remarkably like me. So I couldn't figure out why there was someone that looked so much like me in the bed that I had been in, because I refused to believe that that was me. I also knew that the person in the bed wasn't alive.
Voices beckoned. Storm followed into a murky darkness.
In that darkness, they were at first pulling and pushing and shoving, and then that evolved into biting and clawing people, plucking my eyes out, chewing my ears off, eating out my ankles and other things.
Howard Storm recalls a voice urging him to pray. Though a confirmed skeptic, Storm says he was desperate enough to try.
So I called into the darkness, "Jesus, please save me." And with that, a small light appeared in darkness and became very bright and came over me. He brought a group of angels around us, and they showed me my life. We went over my life in chronological order. They said that I had to come back to this world, that I wasn't really a fit candidate for heaven, and I had to come back and try and live life differently. I was sent back, and when I was back in my body, the doctor arrived at the hospital.
Surgeons finally operated that night. Soon after, Storm returned to the United States and went straight into a hospital. He says the angels had no trouble finding him.
Used to visit me in the room, and they were beautiful beyond description, radiant. I believe that the image of wings that you see in art has to do with the radiance that they give off. I believe that angels aren't really winged creatures, but the radiance that they give off, which is opalescent in color, and they really brighten up the environment that they're in. I mean, they're like bringing, a small sun into the room.
As a direct result of these experiences, Howard Storm left the university. He was ordained and now serves as the pastor of Zion United Church of Christ in Norwood, Ohio.
More often than not, people who have these experiences, such as Howard Storm, are profoundly changed, permanently changed by these experiences. Speaking as a physician who has been practicing internal medicine for nearly 30 years, I know of no dream, no delusion, no hallucination that will cause these positive, permanent, profound, ongoing, life-altering changes.